Hi there, superstars. His name's Aaron. He used a full restore, so he's back to full health.
His name's Tommy, and he'll tell you what you want, what you really, really want.
And what I want is the SuperPod saga. Yeah.
I'm gonna start every fucking episode with some like pop song.
Let's just keep going on the 90s references. That's our target audience.
Yep.
Hi, superstars. Welcome to the show. I'm glad you made it. This is the SuperPod saga, and this is the show where Aaron or I bring a different video game topic to talk about. There's a guest a lot of the times, and they talk too, but we're the main attractions. So I'm glad that you're here to experience us.
That's right. These guests, I mean, they're pretty important, but they're not as important. I mean, we're like 90% important, and they're like a 4%. Sorry.
Yeah. That 4% today is Gerry from Super Ghost Radio. Hi, Gerry.
How do I hang up on this call right now?
You can't.
Damn it, I'm stuck. Hey, what's up?
Welcome back.
Yes, I know. It's been a minute since we've talked.
You still like video games? If people are listening to this and they didn't hear you last time and they don't know who you are, tell them about yourself and Super Ghost Radio and stuff.
I am Gerry. I am a host on our podcast Super Ghost Radio. My co-hosts Beth and Greg join me every other it used to be Friday, and we just kind of talk about stuff we like, and that's usually to do with video games. So yes, I do still like video. I occasionally play video games. It's kind of hard though, especially this year. Like 2023 has been just like such a dry, shitty year for video games.
What?
Like there's nothing coming out really that's like I feel like everything that comes out is like maybe making like 60s. I'm fucking I literally have a note called 2023 2023 is an absolute animal.
It's and stupid I have how many good games there are.
Okay. I have a list of like games that are 90 and above, and it's stupid. It doesn't make sense.
There were games that I was looking forward to like for years that I legit haven't had time to play.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Baldur's Gate is just consuming my life, and there's games that I want to play. Like I've only thrown on for like an hour Sea of Stars, but that's like
that's on my list too.
That's like top of my list. But yeah, Baldur's Gate's just been taking up all my time.
I need to beat Sea of Stars, motherfucker. I need to beat that fucking game.
You do?
Did you start it?
Yeah, I'm like 25 hours in. Ooh. But I also keep getting distracted by Wild Frost because I fucking hate myself. I really like Wild Frost and Etrian Odyssey. I keep coming back to that too. But no, I can't play other games because those exist.
Yeah. Gerry, where can people find the podcast or on social media? Where can they find you?
Yes, the old social media plug. Yep. So we are on Twitter at Superghost Radio, on Twitch at Superghost Live, on Instagram at Superghost Radio as well. Our YouTube channel is going live very soon.
Ooh.
I've taken the time to actually start constructing, I guess, like visualizers for our episodes, because we don't
look at you.
We don't do video. I occasionally put myself out on the internet and show my face and stuff when we do streams, but
and show your
butt. just show my. Yeah, no. I don't do that. Don't do that on Twitch. You may get banned. And then so I think there's going to be like the first maybe 10 episodes going up like within the next couple of weeks.
Heck yeah.
Starting at episode 4, because I fucking lost the original audio to verse 3, but that's okay, because they were they sounded a little rough.
Oh yeah, the first ones always do.
Like the audio wasn't as good, but yeah, from episode 4 on, pretty good. Pretty good.
Tommy, do you know what show that's from yet?
No. You've told me before, but I've forgotten. forgot.
By the way, Jerry, if you need like an easy peasy like video, I guess making software for your show. I mean, I guess if you guys record video, it might be a little bit different. I use Clipchamp. It's like baby's first fucking DaVinci for idiots for dummies.
Baby's first
But
DaVinci.
it comes with free visualizers. You don't have to do fucking anything. You just click visualizers and you can put in cool visualizers with cool filters and shit.
You want to know a
What
funny
is this,
story?
Winamp? What?
Yes, sir.
You told me about that, and I actually used that
Oh.
before. And the problem is, it takes a long time and like to actually render down like a full episode of something.
Yeah.
So I took it upon myself to learn how to use Adobe After Effects.
Whoa.
Fuck.
He's a big boy.
Well, I don't know. I got up one morning and I was like, how hard can this be? Guess what? It's fucking hard.
It is.
It's not easy. It's quite complicated, but it's not too bad. I learned how to like actually make a visual. Like I learned how to take the earth in my hands and make a visualizer from nothing.
From
You
dirt.
fucking draw a transmutation circle on the ground with your own blood, clap 6 times, and then you like drop some
Visualizer
pennies on the
shows
ground.
up.
And then a line appeared, and then it moved when we talked, and I was satisfied.
Nice.
Aaron, where can
Yes.
people find us on social media and stuff?
They can head on over to superpodsaga.com. I don't know where the fuck I was going with. I was gonna try to do like a Bruce Buffer kind of thing, but I'm too stupid for that. Superpodsaga.com. You can find all of our previous episodes, blogs, social medias, and you can find our support page there too. Because if you like the show and you want to help us help out me and Tommy, just shill out $4 a month our way, and you get 3 bite-sized bonus episodes a month.
3.
And we'll tell you how much we love you every single day.
It's so much love that he can't contain himself.
Exactly.
Just love you guys so much.
Love out the wazoo, one might say.
Where's the Wazoo located?
Ooh,
It's
I've
like,
been searching for so long.
Tommy's doing like daily songs on the wazoo. He's like, I saw this in Women's Health magazine or something. Like,
How to find the Wazoo?
Wazoo.
yeah, dude. No, I'm already sweating. This is good.
I'm pretty
That's how
good
you know
at
it's a good podcast.
I'm pretty good at the sex. I just can't find the Wazoo.
Figured that was optional. Should we do the Discord stuff where we ask the people on Discord questions and then they answer it and then we read it?
Yeah, Discord. Yeah.
Whoa,
Dick
sword.
So we got Wazoo, Dick Sores. Is this a sex ed
I said-
episode?
I said Dick Sword, not Dick Sores. But
Dick
that's
Sword.
cool, too.
Dick Sword.
Oh my gosh, this
Discord,
is-
yay!
Yeah, join our Discord and you can answer questions that we ask you and we'll read it. That's the name of the section.
Discord,
what did we-
join Discord because we'll.
Join Dick Sword.
Join Dick Sword.
I wonder if there's a guy named Richard Sword.
Oh,
There for
has
sure
to be.
is.
There
Yeah.
has to be.
There has
Uh-huh.
to be.
What
There's
did we-
Army Hammer for fuck's sake.
There is Army Hammer and his father Armand Hammer. I'm not kidding.
No.
Yeah,
No,
it's
it's
Armand
not.
Hammer.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
Oh no.
Let's go. Let's continue, please.
What did we ask the Discord today?
I don't know. I'm still fucked up by Armand Hammer.
Well, I'm about to fuck you up worse. Just hang on. I typed in Richard Sword, and the first thing that came up was obituary for Richard Sword.
No.
Yeah, R.I.P.
No, he's
2019.
gone.
Poor
2019?
old Dick
Oh.
Sword.
Oh man. Oh no.
Gone
Carry
too
on.
Soon. Gone too soon.
Here we go. I need some fucking air. Okay. We asked the Discord, our homies, our community, one might say, what are some gameplay mechanics or games in general that you played wrong? The first one, Real Dave Jackson, stand-up guy. He says, I played and enjoyed Paradise Killer without getting a single movement upgrade because I didn't want to take 5 seconds to see what a foot bath does. Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but
I don't know either.
I'm impressed.
Yes.
Nomad, he's a stand-up guy, said, I played Super Mario RPG all wrong when I was a kid. I played it more like a Mario platformer and skipped over as many enemies as I could. I had no idea what stats were. So by doing that, I was underleveled and had a hard time beating the game. But I did, somehow.
Well, I guess they'll get their redemption in November and when that.
Yeah, they can play it the right way.
That's true. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Mikey Tabletop, he says Shining Force 1, Fire Emblem style tactics game, where if the main character Nashiro dies, the game is lost. As a kid, I was too afraid to use him, so I always kept Max in the back, never engaging in combat to keep him safe. Later on, he was severely underleveled, so enemies were one-hit KOing him. I was just beating up a fucking child. When I went back to play it in college, I made sure he was one of the stronger characters and finally beat it no problem.
Oh, nice. I'm glad he went back and fixed his previous mistakes.
Yeah, nice.
Thrak, stand-up guy, said, back in the day when I played The 1,000-Year Door, I didn't understand turn-based combat and tried to rush through it. Now I like to relax and action command all day.
I do that at work. Dave, remember 64, stand-up guy. I often get impatient with item inventory and sell shit early or hang on to it for too long. It's one of the only thing that gives me gaming anxiety. I also do that a lot.
I'm sure we all hold on to stuff.
We're all, yep, everybody does that. Thanks for sharing, Dave.
Adam, Revival and Extinction, stand-up guy.
Yes.
Said, trying to rush Soulsborne games and not utilizing buffs in JRPGs.
That's understandable.
I can't imagine trying to rush a Soulsborne game. I'm always terrified to move forward.
Chan, stand-up guy. He says, I fucked up bad at every sports game that wasn't Hang Time or NHL Hits 2002 because I don't fucking understand it. But now I get it. Madden was basically a pause and play strategy game. Couldn't just Hail Mary every time.
But that's so much fun. Doing the Hail Mary every time is so much fun.
I didn't fucking understand it. I think that's it.
That's it. That's all of them.
Stand-up guy.
Thanks, Discord. You get a bunch of stand-up gentlemen, you know?
Yeah.
Did we ask the patrons a question?
We sure darn tootin' did there,
Good.
Tommy.
The patrons get into a special section. It's called the VIP section. It stands for very important patron.
Oh,
that's what that means.
Yeah. Okay. I asked the Patreonios, what are some of your favorite features of any handheld console? And this guy, Judge Brad, stand-up guy, Judge Brad.
Love that guy. That's me.
Says, I'm not a patron, but I'm answering anyways. I love the 3D effect on the 3DS. I cranked that bad boy up to the max for every game. It was so cool.
Yeah.
That's not the way.
That's the way. Jamison, bar silence, handsome fellow, said, I really appreciated the Neo Geo Pocket Color's clicky thumbstick directional pad and its built-in horoscope feature. And he even posted a picture of his horoscope. He's got 5 stars for romance.
Dude, hell yeah.
One star for health, though. That's not ideal.
No. Jamison, if you can hear this, blink twice if you're okay. I fucking love the Neo Geo Pocket Color. Look at that fucking, oh my god, it looks so beautiful. And that clicky fucking thumbstick. I'm so crystal hard right now. Dude, let's move on.
Holy shit.
I think that's it, isn't it? Oh, I skipped. Did I skip Hochum? I did.
Wait, where? Oh, I mean,
I think that counts.
He responded to you. Whatever. Yeah, we'll read it anyway.
It counts.
Go ahead.
No, it's your turn.
Oh, which am I reading? The one he said to you, or like the one at the bottom?
Yes.
Okay. He says, I specifically enjoyed how the 2DS embraced its flat nature by removing the iconic display hinge of the handheld Nintendo consoles.
Yes. Very interesting that they did that. It made a great doorstop as well.
You could probably if you were stuck on a desert island and you needed a way to defend yourself or dig, you could use that.
Turn it into an axe, yeah.
Yeah, sharpen it on a rock for like 3 hours, rub it against a rock or your forehead or something. I don't care.
Yeah. Very, very useful stuff.
Thanks, Rocks.
That's it though, right? That's all of them?
That is all of them, yes.
That's all of them. Thank you, patrons. So handsome.
Yes.
You guys ready to talk about... Are you ready to talk?
No.
All right. That's Gerry just sits
Video
in silence for the
games.
rest of the time.
He needs a lozenge.
Give a little chuckle every time we make a funny joke.
Every time we make a funny.
What are we talking about today, Aaron? What's our topic of the day?
It's your topic.
Oh.
It's one of yours. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Okay, Aaron, you ask me.
Okay. Hey Tommy, what are we talking about today?
Today we are going to talk about games/mechanics that you played wrong. So we should set some ground rules that none of us are idiots. None of us should be looked down upon for the dumb stuff that we did, but we're here for acceptance and understanding. This is a judgment-free zone.
If anybody makes anybody else feel bad, I fucking swear to God. I swear to God.
I did the wrong homework.
I don't.
Did
I,
you?
I did
Shit.
the wrong. I compiled a list of top 20 sexiest Kirby characters.
Oh, is
It's-
it?
Oh, we can
Isn't
still.
that, wouldn't that just be 20
It's just all
Kirby's?
waddle-dee.
Oh, that's what. Oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. I'm an
But
idiot.
Dynablade has a huge.
I'm sorry, I've never
fucking
played
peener.
Kirby.
Big old.
Wasn't
peenie
Dynablade a-
on that bird?
A female?
I don't know. Who cares? Big peenie.
So I'm excited for this because I really found some ones that I was like, wow, I'm a big idiot, and I'm excited to put that out into the world to let everyone hear how dumb I am when it comes to
Oh
some.
man, so am I.
Yeah.
Ooh man, I got some real bad ones here.
So should I start us off?
I'm ready for the listeners to roast all of us later on. But yes, go ahead.
I'm going to start off with the most basic, like silliest, and it's just going to get more and more extreme as we go. I've talked about this before, but when I played Red Dead Redemption 2, the pop-up for galloping with your horse came up, and it was like, if you tap A too much, your horse is going to get hurt and might die. So I was like, okay, then I'm just never going to tap A. I'll just hold A to not make my horse die. I don't want my horse to die. The game obviously just wants me to hold A. It's telling me if I tap A, it's going to hurt my horse. So I played the entire game without galloping my horse. We just took a nice saunter around the world.
Oh my god. The game's already slow enough as it
I
is.
know. And I sauntered from town to
Jesus.
town. I also made my own self-imposed rule of not fast traveling ever because cowboys didn't have the ability to fast travel.
Oh my god.
So my playtime was quite elevated.
Oh
from
my fucking
just
God, Tommy.
sauntering around the whole map all the time.
That's you
Well, I'm happy for you.
yeah. You know what? We love you anyway.
When I finished the game and went on to the online, and I was like, well, this isn't
The
my main
online.
Red Dead Online.
I went on to the internet.
No, Red Dead Online. It's a separate mode.
Okay, let's keep going.
I got a horse, and it said the thing about tapping A again, and I was like, oh, I forgot about that. Let me try it and see what happens. And you gallop, and it takes a while before it starts like getting tired or anything bad happens. I was like, oh shoot, I could have been doing this the whole time.
Oh fuck.
So, like in Ocarina of Time, were you afraid to give Epona fucking carrots? You afraid that...
You're asking the wrong guy because I never even got Epona.
Oh.
I never made it that far.
Oh my! I'm like having like Vietnam flashbacks right now of the last episode, and I'm reeling at the fact that you did not get very far in that game.
I got to Zelda's castle, and the guards turned me away, and I was like, as far as I can go.
Guess this is the end of the game.
just for you, Gerry. I'll once I beat these 2 games I need to beat for these 2 episodes I'm gonna be on of other shows, I'll beat Ocarina of Time. Just you wait. Just you wait. I'll do it.
He's gonna do it.
I'll do it.
I believe
Go
him.
ahead.
Go ahead.
I'll fucking do it. Go ahead. I'll fucking do it.
He's gonna. Are you daring him? Are you daring him?
I don't know, dude.
Gerry, are you daring him?
I sure am not.
That was my least favorite thing in elementary school because I didn't understand it. Someone would be like, "Do you dare me to eat this stick?" And I'm like, "What? He's like, do you dare me to do it?
Stick.
Do you dare me to eat it was always something dumb. It was like, "Do you dare me to lick underneath this table?"
I'd have him
What
do
are
it
you talking
anyway.
about?
Like fucking do it, bitch.
I was like,
Put
yeah, I was
your
like, what are you
money where
talking
your
about?
mouth
Just
is.
do it. Why are you asking me to dare you to do something?
Dares are crazy.
Speaking of pine cones, my first pick was fucking anything to do with Pokemon when I was a kid.
Yep,
I was
yep.
fucking stupid. So like, I'd be goddamned dead and cold in the ground before I ever let my Pokemon have a buff or debuff move.
Yeah,
Fuck
hell no.
No,
Hell
dude,
no.
Tail Whip, get that fucking trash out of here. Fucking growl or leer. No, I'd rather you I'd rather you hit me in the face with a fucking frying pan, dog. I could have a overheat or like flamethrower or something cool.
Thunder.
Yeah,
I don't
hydro
give a
pump,
I don't care if it never hits. It does so much damage. Why would you not pick it?
right? But also, like I sometimes I would also pick like I had no idea about like stats or what they meant except for speed. I knew that speed, fast goes first, just like in real life, I guess. But um, yeah, I didn't know what special attack or attack meant or anything like that. So I just picked moves that like I pictured my Pokemon would look cool doing. So of course, Sceptile always had
Yes.
Leaf Blade, Slash, fucking Hyper Beam or something dumb as hell, and like uh, looking back at it now, Sceptile is a special attacker, and little kid Aaron is a fucking idiot.
Oh no!
That sounds like a fucking venereal disease.
Yeah.
Oh man, I went out last night and I got fucking Sceptile.
I got Sceptile. I had Pokemon on my list too. I would literally only use Pikachu. Any other Pokemon might
Oh
as well
my
not have
God.
been on the team. Pikachu's level 87. Everyone else is level 16. That's how I played it as a
Jesus.
kid.
I mean, yeah, it's, with yellow, I could see that. Like Pikachu was always the highest level in yellow, but even in like Emerald and shit, even like Diamond and stuff.
No, I did it with Gold as well, and then after that, I got
Oh, okay.
my brain started working better,
Okay, yeah.
and I understand.
So-
I have to have multiple Pokemon at good levels. That makes sense.
to keep the train rolling here on RPGs that we were awful at.
Uh-huh.
If you know me and you know our podcast, you know that I'm obsessed with Secret of Mana.
Ooh.
Yeah, so one of my all-time faves. However, when I was a dumb, stupid idiot kid, I didn't know how to play that game. So when you attack, you have like a stamina thing. Like
Mhm.
it's at 100.
Mhm.
When you attack, it drops. You could keep attacking, but until it goes all the way back to 100, then you don't get like you can literally just be hacking and slashing and doing 1 damage. But if you hit it when it's at 100, you do like 20 and stuff. I was just playing that game like I played Zelda, where you just keep mashing and hacking. And I didn't know what the fuck stamina was. I didn't know that there was like cooldowns and shit like that. Like I was just like hacking away, and I was like, this is the hardest game ever invented. These fucking rabbites are just absolutely
What'd you
murdering
call me?
These fucking sleepy shrooms or whatever the hell they're called.
Sleepy shrooms.
The mushroom guys.
Yep.
Like I was getting annihilated by like the very first screen of enemies because I was doing like 1 damage, sometimes 0 damage. But it wasn't until a few years later, after I had grown up a bit and my brain got a little bigger.
I just love that little kid logic is like, I'm just gonna keep trying it. It's got to work eventually. Like I'm not gonna try something different.
Little kids are stupid.
I mean, yeah. If you're listening to this, little kids, you're fucking dumb.
You're so fucking stupid.
What is our?
Oh man,
How'd you even find this? How are you smart enough to even push play?
this
Well, I
isn't
gotta-
Coco Melon. Go find listen to something else.
First, I just wanted to point out I looked up our analytics, and we do have our age 0 to 17 demographic is less than 1%. So there is someone out there who might have been a child that listened to us. And go to bed.
Yeah.
Go
I'll-
to bed.
All you 0-year-olds. Get the fuck out of here. What are you doing?
Let's see. Which one of these should I pick? Let's go with the okay. So I played Fallout 4, the sequel to Fallout 3, and
As a kid?
no, as an adult. So this is
Oh,
an
okay.
adult mistake.
Okay. I'm just joking. I'm being
Even better.
stupid.
Oh, you're so funny, Aaron.
Okay, go ahead.
I played Fallout 4, and of all the factions that I met with, I guess I connected with the Minutemen the most because they were like, we're going to rebuild everything. We're going to be the good guys. They didn't have like any ulterior motives or anything. And I played that game where I was like, I'm going to do all the side quests in an area before I do the main quest. So I'm just going to do whatever side quest in an area I'm at before I do any yeah, I just repeated what I said a second time. So at one point you set up the Minutemen base and you go to the main guy whose name I don't remember. He's like, "Hey, I got a mission for you. Can you go to this place and help him out?" I do it, and I came back. He'd be like, "Hey, I got another people who need your help." I did it like over and over and over again. I'm like, how long is this set of missions? Like, is something had changed? I like dozens and dozens of time waiting for something to change. I finally had to Google it, and apparently they have these things called Radiant Quests where they're just infinite randomly generated quests.
Fuck.
I wasted so much time just doing these randomly generated quests because it does not make that clear at all. It just goes in the side quest with everything else. And that was really annoying. I can't, I want that to be clear in my quest log. I can't have anything on it.
Hot take. That to me just feels like every Bethesda quest. They all feel kind of just randomly generated, except for like the main story ones.
Yeah.
Man, I don't have a good segue for this. Anyway, holy shit. So as a kid, another dumb kid Aaron one. Kind of. This kind of builds whatever. So when I was a kid, I played a lot of Soul Calibur 2 on the GameCube.
Yeah.
And
Damn Skippy.
I thought I was so fucking good at it because I could beat my parents and my brothers and sisters and other people who had never played the game. I'd be like, "Yeah, fuck you," hee like little kid sounds. And then Soul Calibur 3 I played and loved, and that was cool. I really liked that. And then Soul Calibur 4, when I had a 360, I was like, "Oh, cool! It's got Yoda. Oh, it's got online multiplayer, and then more cool creative character bullshit." I was like, "Yeah!" So I played a lot of the arcade mode and the single player modes, and thought, like, "Man, I'm still really fucking good at this. Like, let's try some online, dude. I bet I could take over the fucking world." And yeah, my first match online, I remember it very vividly. It was somebody playing Ivy. Which, by the way, Ivy is a character. She's very scantily clad. Lots of like BDSM.
Can you even say that she's clad in anything? She's basic.
Yeah, basically nude. She's got huge rack. She's got this like sword that turns into a whip. Man, I got annihilated. They did like they just juggled the fuck out of me. Like they did a move or knocks me to the ground, and then just kept doing like the same move and just throwing me all over the fucking screen. And I was getting so pissed. I was at this point, by the time Soul Calibur 4 was out, I think I was like probably like early 20s, most likely 2021 or something. I don't remember, but I remember being like, "God fucking damn it! Like, stop cheating!"
Welcome to Claptown population Aaron.
Yeah, dude. Oh man. And then from that point on, I was like, I fucking suck at this game, dude.
I have two memories that you unlocked for me.
Okay.
One, I played Soul Calibur 2 as well, and the instructions for like how to do things, it wasn't like using A, B, X, and Y. It was like it had the K symbol for kick or the P symbol for punch, and my brain can't translate that. Like, why didn't it just have A, B? So I just learned how to swing my sword over and over again and do like this main sword attacks. And at one point in the campaign, I had faced an enemy that was only a pair of legs, and I couldn't hit them because I could only swing my sword. I didn't know how to do anything else in the game.
You know how to
as
do
a
a vertical attack.
No, I couldn't figure. I couldn't beat those legs. I couldn't. That's as far as I got in the campaign, was a stupid pair of legs that I couldn't figure out how to beat.
Also, if you play as Volo, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, fuck Baldo. I hate him too. This dumb crab walking fucking scissor hand bullshit.
Yeah.
Number two. Smash Bros. Ultimate, I played online a bunch because I was like, I want to be good at Smash Bros. But that lag, the delay, the input delay, lag or whatever, I was facing some kid who kept using the same move over and over again. And I'm Ike, so I should be able to counter it. I see it coming, and I couldn't get the timing down because of the stupid input delay. So I kept getting hit by this stupid kid doing the same move over and over again. I'm like, I'm not bad at this. And I was so furious that I never played again after that. I was like, this is just stupid.
You should get the wireless LAN adapter and then try it now. Oh, and it's still lagged?
It's still laggy. Super Smash Bros. is so bad with lag.
Worked fine with me with the LAN adapter. That's dumb.
It is.
I as a Lucas main, I would always get fucking trounced by by Ganondorf mains, because Ganondorf is just so heavy and hard to knock around.
He's so
and
big. He's a chonky boy.
He is, and then they just do the fucking the down B fucking wizard kick fucking stupid thing. He slides around like he's on a goddamn slip and slide, like he's some dollar store street trash motherfucker.
And I love playing. I love playing Little Mac, but he can't jump. He's got no jumps.
I know.
He hits like a truck.
In other fighting game related topics, have you guys gone back to any of the original Mortal Kombats recently?
No.
So a buddy of mine, he was like, "Oh man, we should throw on Mortal Kombat 3 and just like the ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 for it was either Super Nintendo or Genesis, one or the other." And he's like, "We should throw that on and just do the towers, going through the quote unquote story mode."
Yeah.
That game is fucking impossible. We couldn't even get past the first person on the novice tower.
Fuck.
Yikes.
And we could not believe, we were like, this is insane. They're basically reading every one of our inputs and just we were like, do we suck at this game? And I was like, I don't know, man. I used to rent this as a kid. I for sure got up this tower a bit
Weird,
but couldn't even get the first guy. First person on the tower. Nope, no dice. Impossible. But I would like to draw your attention to Tommy. You shared a couple of blunders of game mechanics in your adulthood.
I did.
This is also fairly recent for me. One of my crowning achievements is being able to withstand and beat Resident Evil 7 in VR from start to finish.
Sounds nauseating.
It wasn't so much nauseating as it was actual terrifying. But I skipped through all of the tutorials at the beginning. I was just like, fuck off. I know how to play a Resident Evil game. It's just Resident Evil in first person. How hard can it be? Plus, it's in VR. I have total control over everything. One of the tutorials that I skipped past, and it took me longer than I care to admit to figure this out. That, in VR, how most times with a controller, you can do the snap turning.
Yes.
I was turning my whole goddamn body.
Oh my gosh, dude.
And just getting tangled up, and I was like, this is so fucking stupid. I'm getting tangled up and tripped up, and I'm standing up like an idiot, and turning around and trying to whip myself around, and then at some point I must have just had moved my thumb over to the analog, the right analog, and I was like, wait, what's that? What is this? And I realized that you could just do the snap turning, and I was like, this is fucking stupid.
You're barely able to breathe from the cord around your neck.
Yeah, it was so dumb. It was for sure the first 20 minutes, and I'm like,
amazing.
This is gonna be impossible. I need a warehouse to play this game.
Fucking warehouse, dude. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good stuff.
Has anyone done that? A warehouse with wireless VR headsets?
I'm sure Mr. Beast has done that, dude.
I don't have a warehouse that I can just kind of I mean, I work at a place with a warehouse, but I cannot wait to leave work at the end of the day. I'm definitely not going to stay longer so that I can throw my Oculus on and just walk around
in the warehouse.
This is neat. This is good.
Cool. Speaking of things that are cool,
I
played Yakuza 0 a few years ago. I went into it knowing absolutely nothing about Yakuza, the series, the games, the characters, absolutely nothing. I was like, I hear good things about this Yakuza series. I'll start with the first one. So I thought there's a lot of mistakes that I made. The first is that I thought Yakuza 0 was a remake of the first one. So there were all these things where I'm like, oh, I can see where this is PS1 mechanics. I was like, is that a PS1 sound effect they just didn't change? Wow. Just me judging it based on things, imagining it's like a PS1 game.
Fucking Gene Shalit of video games over here.
I didn't know who Kiryu and Majima were, or yeah. and I didn't know how they related to each other or anything. And the game doesn't say that. It just has you play a section as Kiryu and play a section as Majima. And so I'm like, are these guys brothers? Are they like separated? Is this in the past and this is in the future? Like, I don't understand. Are they going to eventually connect in some way? Who are these two? And I like thought that was a point of the game, was to figure out who they were and how they were related. So yeah, I just really did not understand anything that was happening in Yakuza 0 while I was playing it, but I loved it. I had so
that
much
game
fun.
Is, oh,
I ended up it's one of my favorite games of all time, and now like I played Kiwami 1 and Kiwami 2 when I started 3, and now all of that stuff in Yakuza 0, I'm like, oh my gosh, what a lovely time. But
those games are so good.
But just for the first few hours, I was completely misunderstanding absolutely everything. I thought I was playing a PS1 remake, all kinds of stuff.
The most recent thing that I just totally fumbled is actually in Baldur's Gate, because I've never played Dungeons and Dragons. Like I don't know. Like I know what it is, and I know like just things about it through just like osmosis, like hearing people talk about it. But like when I started the game and it was like, yeah, when you do this move, it does 1d4 damage. I was like, the fuck? Like I gotta do math? Like what? Like why is like I gotta do like order of operations to figure out like what my damage is? Like what the hell is this mean? And I'm like, so like the first time that I really played it proper, it was with Greg and Beth. We were doing like a co-op play, and I'm just like going along with it, and I'm like, at some point, guys, I don't know what any of this means. Like I don't know what anything means in this game. Like I don't know. Like I'm picking attacks and I'm doing them.
You're just fucking exhausted and shit.
I don't know what I'm doing. Like at all. I don't know what it like I haven't seen dice yet. Like where are the dice? And they were like, it's just like it's baked into the like when you choose an attack. And I was like, yeah, but I haven't seen the dice. I don't see dice.
I totally get that.
You're like the Charlie Day meme with the Pol Pepe Sylvia thing. He's got where are the dice? What are fuck yeah.
Did you, Gerry, this question's for you. Did
Yes.
you ever play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic?
I have not.
Okay. Then this,
does it do the same thing?
It is D&D based, but it doesn't tell you that. Like it says at the beginning, it's like, hey, your stuff is done by dice rolls, but we do it all behind the scenes, so you don't have to worry about it. I'm like, what are they talking about? I'm sorry, I'm kind of skipping turns, but this is just like relevant.
It's fine, dude. It's our show. Fuck it.
And I was like, what does that mean? They're rolling dice and it's in the background. That doesn't make any sense. And like, it doesn't explain things very well at all. And so like, I was like, I'm going to put 2 guns in my hands. Why wouldn't I want 2 guns when I could have 1? And apparently like it gives you disadvantage when you're using 2 hands instead of 1. And I was missing every single shot because I was rolling bad because I needed to roll higher. And I didn't even know there was dice because you don't see the dice. And I'm like, I don't understand why I'm missing. I don't understand what's happening. Same thing.
I didn't realize that BioWare did the original first 2 Baldur's Gate games.
Yeah, and Knights of the Old Republic.
And, yeah. So fun fact, the city that I live in is actually where BioWare is.
Do you ever go say hi?
I have not yet.
Oh.
I feel like you can't just roll up and be like, I am here to speak to BioWare.
You ever just Mr. Ware?
You ever just leave little like sweet erotic notes in their locker?
In their locker?
Yeah, BioWare. Mr. John BioWare himself.
Can you give this to Mr. BioWare, please? It's a note.
I don't think I would get that far to get to someone's locker.
You hand a note to the receptionist.
Front. Yeah,
it's got lipstick on it.
It's got like a crude stick drawing of like a stick dude like touching his wiener.
Stop.
I don't know where the fuck that's going.
It's no, it's 2 stick figures, and then there's just crudely drawn me over one, and then you over the other, and just hand it to the security guard. I'm like, huh?
Do you like me? Yes or no?
Check yes or no.
Yeah, dude. Dear BioWare.
Roll a 1d4 to see if you can get into my pants.
Someday I want to write a letter to a company and be like, I don't understand how this mechanic works. Can you explain it to me and see if they send a letter?
A letter?
Yeah.
Not even typed up or anything, just like like handwritten.
It's like in crayons. and shit.
My name's
All the
Tommy.
K's are
I'm
backwards and shit.
32 years old. Can you help me with Mass Effect Andromeda?
Well, they send somebody out to come help you out. Like he stays the weekend and like helps you through the game and shit.
How do I get Commander Shepard to grow his hair out?
How do I shave off his dumb fucking beard? Please help. Holy Christ. Whose turn even is it? Whose line is it anyway?
I don't know. Should we just start back at the top? No, because I said the Yakuza 0.
Oh yeah. So it's me. Okay.
It's you.
Okay, so my very first playthrough of Xenoblade Chronicles was so bad. So bad.
Oh boy.
When I first played it, it was a roommate of mine bought a copy of the original game for Wii, and I remember I played through it for like a week or so. I would just borrow his Wii U, play it in my room, and I leveled up like every move. Used like the same. Always used Shulk, always had Rain, and then I always had fuck. What's the other tank dude's name? I forget.
Oh, Gerry, Jimmy, Jennifer,
Yeah.
Steven,
I was not in this game.
Gareth.
Gareth,
Is it any of those?
No, not at all.
Okay.
But
Hang
trying to help. Trying to help.
Basically, I had no idea that one, there were like classes for characters because like there's basically attackers, tanks, or I guess yeah, DPS, tank, and healer. I had no idea about any fucking anything like that. So I had 2 tanks and a DPS, and I was like, why the fuck do I always die? Like, how do I win this game if we're always fucking dead? Because like the enemy would kind of like pinball between the 2 tanks because they would both be drawn aggro. And then Shulk would just slowly but surely chip away at him. And I would level up every fucking... I would go down the line and level up every single... By the way, your characters... they learn lots of different moves. So you can like build your set of moves. You can choose maybe like 8 different moves to slot to your attack slots. And kind of just like make your... I guess like your best little move set or whatever. But you learn a lot of different moves that you can put in those slots, and I leveled up every fucking move. Like every time I had more XP, I would go down the line and level up a move so that they're all like the same level and everything. Don't do that. Just pick the ones that you want to use because you're not gonna have enough fucking points to level everything up to a decent level and be able to do any fucking damage. Also, why I died all the time. But yeah, there's essentially like through the course of the game, you'll get 2 characters of each class, 2 DPS, 2 tank, 2 healer, all that shit. I had no idea about any of that. Looking back now, Aaron, you're fucking stupid, but it's easy to see why I fucked that up because the game didn't explain, or maybe it did explain that, and I skipped through the tutorials because I was like, I also had no idea about the combat system. I thought it was just like either turn-based or like real-time action, but it's not. It's Xenoblade is so different. It's like Final Fantasy 12 basically, but meatier, and yeah.
Wow, I can't believe you did all that.
I know.
So, I mean, we were all dumb kids at some point.
Oh, yeah.
But
I wasn't a kid. I was like 20 something.
You just came out with a full mustache. This isn't so much game mechanics, but it kind of reminded me of like, I'm sure you guys did the same thing, like just calling things the wrong fucking names, like game. Like I think the worst culprit for me was in Goldeneye. Like all the guns, I was just calling them like the most insane things, and like finally when someone was like, what the fuck did you just call that gun? I was like, the reciprocal 90, and they were like, no, that's where it's literally 3 letters, RCP. And I'm like, yeah, it's reciprocal.
It stands for reciprocal.
Yeah, I was always calling things real stupid names. And like this isn't my own blunder, but a friend of mine recently told me that in Mega Man, when he was a kid, he thought that like on the robot master selection screen, like when you choose like the level to go into, he thought that was like a character select screen, and he couldn't figure out why. He thought the game was broken because he was like, why am I always this blue guy? Like I selected this cool ass dude with like scissors on his head, and I'm a blue guy. Like this is dumb.
Why am I this blue asshole?
I love that. I want to be the big guy.
The big guy. Yeah, like Mega Man for sure is like one of those games that as a kid you just like you fumble it for sure. Like I don't think any kid picks up Mega Man and goes, I'm a master at this game
No way.
immediately. But I mean, even as recently as this year, there was a game that came out that is very much like Mega Man, and if you are a fan of those types of games, you have to check out Gravity Circuit. It's like one of the best like Mega Man like games I've ever played, hands down. It's like Mega Man, but like close quarters, like almost like beat 'em up Mega Man, and you have like a move set, but like the whole game, me and a buddy were like controller passing because like you literally like select different bosses the same way you do in Mega Man. And at some point we got to like a level that we were like, this is impossible. Like, how are we supposed to even get past like this chasm? Like we can't jump, we can't do a jump dash. We went the entire game not knowing that you start with a grapple hook, and it's like one of the main mechanics of the game. And we went for so long not using that grapple. And yeah, it was it was like total palm of hand connecting with forehead moment of like, what the hell have we been doing like this whole time?
Amazing.
Yeah, it was real dumb.
Amazing.
Whose turn is it?
It was me, but we should take an ad break first. Speaking of things that are dumb, we should take an ad break.
Did Gerry do his pick though?
He did, didn't he?
Oh yeah. Gravity Circuit. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Gerry was real dumb.
Yeah. Ad break.
We'll be back.
SuperPod Saga is brought to you today by our superstar patrons, a novel console, Jared, Jamison, and Adam. You're all as attractive and awesome as you are generous and gracious. Your support means the world to Tommy and I, and of course you're all number one, and we'll continue to pray to your names every single morning, noon, and night. Thank you all. We love you. Hey superstars. Are you a coffee addict looking for your next big caffeine fix? Or are you just tired of all the normal boring coffee options out there now? Well, you need to check out Bones Coffee. Bones Coffee has lots of different varieties of coffee flavors. They've got things like red velvet, cookies and cream, s'mores. They've got one that's called Jamaican Me Crazy that's really good. It's like caramel vanilla rum kind of thing. But they also have just your usual, salted caramel and French vanilla and all that stuff. They even have decaf and what's called high voltage, which is just extra strength. And they've also got espresso. They've got all sorts of cool stuff. Plus, if you use coupon code SuperPod Saga at checkout, you'll get 20% off of your order. And again, that's SuperPod Saga at checkout to get 20% off. You can also follow the link in our episode description. And yeah, why not? Use that one-time coupon code. Like I said, 20% off. It's great. Head over to bonescoffee.com. Get yourself some coffee, some cool gear like mugs or French press kits, stuff like that. Check it out. Okay, bye. It's really important to stay hydrated. They say to drink 8 to 10 cups of water per day to stay properly hydrated, but sometimes that can be difficult to do and completely inconvenient, and most of us don't feel like carrying a gallon of water with us at all times. That's where Liquid IV comes in. Liquid IV is the category-winning hydration brand fueling your well-being, and their hydration multiplier is the one product you're missing in your daily routine. In just one stick, you get 5 essential vitamins and 2 times faster hydration than water alone. Use it first thing in the morning, before a workout, when you feel run down, after a long night out, or on long flights. Man, in Iowa, the summers can be brutal. 90 degrees and tons of humidity, and that just saps the energy and water right out of your system within just a few minutes. Luckily, Liquid IV hydrates 2 times faster than water alone, with 3 times the electrolytes of traditional sports drinks. it's very important to replace those electrolytes, you know? And I just love how quick and easy it is to use Liquid IV. You just get one packet and a bottle of water, and you just pour that packet into the bottle of water, shake the heck out of it, and bam, you are good to go. Since using Liquid IV, I felt way more alert, active, and just plain better versus drinking water alone. My favorite flavors to go to are the Yuzu Pineapple Energy Multiplier and the Tropical Punch Hydration Multiplier. I can't get enough of those ones. And what makes them even better is, like I mentioned earlier, they're packed with 5 essential vitamins like B3, B5, B6, B12, and vitamin C. And again, 3 times the electrolytes of traditional sports drinks. And they're non-GMO and free from gluten, dairy, and soy, which is just great. So you can get 20% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use code SuperPodSaga at checkout. That's 20% off anything when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code SuperPodSaga, SuperPodSaga at liquidiv.com. You have a great one, superstars. I have a couple of good ideas. If
No, yeah, do it.
Okay. Hey, Tommy, have you ever been in need of a hot, steamy, delicious loaf of bread? But
Yes.
1, you just don't want to go to the store, and 2, you really don't have the means of getting bread due to,
Yeah.
I guess,
Oh my
monetary
gosh.
constraints
No.
or something like.
No, there are mornings where I make a sandwich every day for lunch, and sometimes I forget to buy bread and I'm out of bread. That's an actual thing that happens in my life.
I don't like where this is going.
Well, hang on to your hats, Gerry, because introducing Launch a Loaf. Launch a Loaf is the revolutionary world's first and only bread delivery service where you place an order on the Launch a Loaf app. Of course, you'll give us your address, and then we'll launch we'll stick a loaf of bread inside of a capsule, and then we'll put it in our state-of-the-art, almost medieval era catapults, and we'll launch it in your general direction. We
just
can't
like the samurai pizza cats.
exactly. We'll get it. We'll try to get it as best as we can near where you are, but the catapults they can't go that far. You know, they can't go like 4 states over. So we'll launch them, and the capsule has a GPS tracking device. So once it lands, of course, the capsule shatters, and it's up to you to get you and your crew together and go find that loaf of bread, because by God, you paid for it, and we're not sending another one. You got to find it. Go ahead.
Do they have options for me to receive it as toast?
No, you do that at home.
Okay.
They only send bread. It's
Wait. I'm hearing. I've got my finger in my ear. They just launched a new product, Launch a Toaster. So if you need a toaster for your bread, they put in a capsule, catapult, goes right to you.
That's true, yeah. And of course, you paid for and signed up for the Launch a Loaf service. So if your bread ends up in a fucking lake or animals tear it open and eat it, I mean, it's kind of your fucking luck. You didn't find it soon enough. Sorry. For an additional fee, Launch a Loaf we'll send out one of their search parties to help you find your loaf of bread. They'll come with flashlights and ponchos and all that stuff.
The sniffing dogs, bread sniffing dogs.
Yeah, bread sniffing dogs.
They're called bread hounds.
Oh, bread hounds! Oh my God, yes. And yeah, they'll try their goddamnedest to help you track down your precious loaf of bread.
There's news crews, sirens everywhere, people crying. It's like, we need to find our loaf of bread. Please come home to us.
Police blockades at the ends of the street. Like, they're setting a perimeter. Like, all right, this loaf of bread could be fucking anywhere in a 14-mile radius.
And someone holds up, they're like, I found it! And they go over and they're like, this is rye! This isn't what we're looking for.
Now, guys, hang on. I got both my fingers in both of my ears right now, and I'm getting word that for an additional fee, you can actually put some insurance on this, and if you lose that bread, you could stick that motherfucker on a milk carton, and then the whole world will help you find it.
Yes.
Ooh, that's
wanted
great,
milk. Yeah.
Okay.
That's very convenient.
throw it on a milk truck, throw it anywhere. Make a billboard. Have you seen this bread?
Yeah, Launch Loaf has all your bread related needs down to a T. Even if they've got white, they've got wheat, pumpernickel, banana bread, fucking zucchini
Oh, I love
bread,
banana bread. Oh my god.
pumpkin. Did I say pumpkin? They've got
didn't.
pumpkin. Okay, they've got
Did
pumpkin.
you say zucchini bread?
Zucchini
Yeah.
bread's a thing.
Have
I
you
thought
ever
that they
had zucchini
just
bread?
I thought they just launched that into the sun because
No, zucchini bread's good,
It's
man.
actually good. Yeah,
it's
it's
good.
not weird at all. It's good. I mean, it is weird, but it's good.
Hey, Jerry's off the team.
look, man, I'm just saying we gotta stop turning everything into like from vegetables. Okay, like it
But
doesn't
it's-
have to be.
But it's good. Try
So you're
it.
fine with bananas. Why is bananas okay to turn into bread, but zucchini isn't?
Well, how about a meatloaf?
That's a
It's
loaf.
Does that,
That's
does,
a loaf.
Does that,
It's
does that
already a
count?
loaf.
I think it
Yeah.
counts. Yeah.
It's already basically a bread.
We
or
can
shape
turn
of
meat into
bread.
bread. We can turn anything into bread.
Like Jesus will turn meat into bread.
He turns meat into bread. Oh no.
Special
Hey.
edition bread where you can see Jesus's face in the bread.
That's how the churches are going to get their bread. Is they're going to have it launched to them.
But hold on to your pants, cause I've got my fingers in both ears and my nose and my mouth and my eyeballs, all that shit. For an additional fee, you can get like what the fuck is that called? Not like a dash cam, but like a body cam. It'll put like strap a body cam to the capsule that your
It's just a
bread will be
camera.
on. Well,
It's just
a
camera.
GoPro something. They'll strap a GoPro to your bread so that you can watch the live footage of your bread being launched from our launch of loaf headquarters as it flies fucking 90 miles an hour through the air.
I have
And
potentially
yes.
the most important question that any human being has ever asked.
yes,
Is this bread sliced?
no, it's a loaf.
Hmm.
It is a loaf. It
I'm
is
out.
not sliced.
Yeah, I don't
No.
know.
Well, fine. For an additional fee, you can have it pre-sliced.
I'm going to have to pass. The other sharks, you can have at it.
Now, Aaron, real quick, is the new prototype portable bread cannon on the market yet? You know, the one that you fire the crumbs of bread at geese and ducks and stuff. Like, you just bring it to the park with your kids. It's kind of like a potato gun. Fires all those, like, just fucking shotgun blast bread into a duck's face.
I mean, you could do that, but yeah, due to recent advances in technology, Launch Loaf has also gotten a hold of some old Civil War era cannons, and I mean it'll launch the bread way farther, but it's way less accurate. So like, they'll have to calculate the weather conditions before they launch it, and like take into account like the wind, rain, possibly the sun, before they launch their loaf. So we can get it closer to you, but I mean, possibly not.
This sounds
Get it.
great. Like
You-
I gotta say, as a guy who tries to slice his bread by jamming it into his shotgun and shooting it, this seems way more.
Yeah, but just kids, never launch your full loaf, okay? You don't want to do that.
Yeah, make sure to pinch that loaf. Thanks, Launch
Launch-
Loaf.
Thanks, Launchalo. We're back.
We're
I'm
blasting
sorry.
ducks.
I'm sorry, we're back.
Blasted ducks.
Oh, video games, right?
Yes.
Speaking of guns, I played Hitman 3, and I played through most of it like as a good Hitman. I like did the sneakies, I did the stabbies, I did the shooties, and it was all good. And
Shooties.
I got to
It's like a
mission
cereal.
shooties with the part of an everyday balanced breakfast.
A little gun
Um,
shaped like
Oh, no.
little gun and grenade shaped Lucky Charms.
Can't-
Shooties. Always after me, Shooty Charms.
Hitman. I got to this mission with a castle, and like I don't know what happened, but my brain just it forgot every mechanic in the game. I like went into a room and knocked out the people and put on their uniforms. And if you don't know how Hitman works, in general, when you put on a disguise, most people won't recognize your face because they don't know who you are. But there are enforcers who are like the managers of people who actually know people's faces, and they will recognize you not belonging even if you're wearing a costume. So I put on like a person's costume and walked out the door, and everyone out there like looked at me and they're like, "That's not him. That's not the guy." And I'm like, "What has happened?" Like I reloaded my save. I tried taking alternate routes. No matter what happened, they just like everyone looked at me and knew that I wasn't there. Like I had to be extremely sneaky and stealthy, and like I couldn't get into any room. I couldn't go where I wanted to. I eventually snuck my way up to a point where I killed the main bad guy of the castle with like some weird outfit and put it on. Same thing. Everyone just knows that I'm a hitman apparently. Like I stopped for the day and was like, I'm just gonna come back tomorrow and try and figure this out because I don't know what is happening. And I loaded back into the game and instantly I was like, I've got a machine gun strapped to my back. They don't know who I am. They're looking at this guy with a machine gun and they're like, why does this guy have a gun? I unequipped the machine gun instantly. No one recognized me and knew who I was. So for like hours, I was painstakingly sneaking around because everyone knew who I was just because I had a machine gun on my back.
Yes.
Like one of my favorite things about those Hitman games, especially like the newer ones, is just like having a room full of corpses and just like just being like nothing to see here.
Yeah. You get such fun. There was I was chasing my target and he was going up a stairwell and I was like, oh, this is perfect. So I pulled out my garrote wire or however that's pronounced. I don't know how to pronounce it. Speaking of not pronouncing things right. And I hit the button, but since he was elevated, it thought I wanted to punch him. So I punched him in the back and he goes, ah, and then I was like, uh-oh. So I just started punching him in as much as I could until he was knocked out. It alerted the guards. So they're running towards me and I'm running away just to be like, oh, I heard that sound. You should go check that out. And they didn't recognize it was me, so I got away with it. But just such funny scenarios in that game.
I had an idea for like a video series called
Ooh.
Hit Plan, where other people choose in sequence like what the next step is. Like, okay, go take that man's gun. Okay, and then the next person would choose, okay, kill that person with that gun. Like, and I would have to complete the mission by everybody else telling me how to do it.
I had a similar idea. We're on the same wavelength. Mine was you have one person who's never played the game and one person who like scouts out a level beforehand, learns the mission and everything, and they are the contact for the person who's never played, and you have to actually guide them without being able to see what they're doing or anything.
Yeah.
Oh, good lord.
That would be impossible, but it'd be so fun.
Maybe we should make this video happen.
Oh, Gerry.
Speaking of video games, holy fuck, this next one is like really grasping at some shit here. Persona
Shit.
Persona Q. Have either of you heard of or like heard of Persona Q or know what it is?
You talked about it to me a couple times.
Okay. Well, Persona Q is basically if Persona was in Etrian Odyssey, basically it's like Etrian. You just like draw the map like Etrian Odyssey, first person dungeon crawl, FOEs, all that fucking trash that I love so much, but with Persona. And this is actually like the first Etrian Odyssey like game I'd ever played. When I first got a 3DS, I saw that I searched for Persona to see like, oh hey, it's Nintendo, maybe it's got a Persona game on here or some shit, and sure enough, there's Persona Q on there, and it was on sale for like $7. So I was like, okay, played it. It wasn't what I was expecting, but it was good though. It basically, instead of like Etrian Odyssey where you pick like a character class and kind of build your party around that. Basically each character is best at certain things. Like it's got characters from Persona 3 and 4. So like uh fucking Kanji from Persona 4 learns electric was it he learns like lightning magic and he's better in the front row. He attacks with a fucking folding chair or something. uh I don't know. any of the names of any other characters off the top of my head. But I just went like with that. Like it'll say which characters are best in the front row, which are best in the back row, which ones learn what magic, and I kind of picked one of each kind of thing for coverage. You know, one electric, one fire, one person that learns healing in the back row, one person that just does ranged attacks in the back row. Uh, but in typical Persona fashion, there's also um, what is it? Each character has like their main persona that learns, whatever magic, like healing, fire, whatever. But you can also recruit what are called like sub personas or like secondary personas. I forget. And it's basically like other Shin Megami Tensei games, but like you'll find personas, level them up, they'll learn new abilities like a fire spell, passive buff, passive buff, or like an active buff or debuff, like defense down, attack up, shit like that. Um, and I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I just learned all the attacks. When I fused personas together, I just didn't know what I was doing and gave them like I picked whatever moves sounded cool. I was like, this guy needs to do a lot of damage all the time, so
Yes.
he just has just a lot of different fire moves and shit like that. And I really fucked up my first playthrough of that game because I'm stuck. I'm 60 hours in and I'm fucking stuck because I
You did
really
that for
messed that
60
game up.
hours?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
But yeah, I
Sounds like we're really bad at RPGs.
Yeah, we are.
I feel like I've gotten better. For sure, Etrian Odyssey, maybe not Persona, but
Do you guys like Earthbound?
Does Aaron ever?
just a little bit.
So, I'm assuming I hope that you've played Mother 3,
Oh hell yeah. Yep.
the GBA one.
Yep.
So, the first time that I played that, which was only like, I don't know, maybe like 4 years ago, I played it on an emulator,
Of course.
and
Pirate.
That's the only
as
way
you
that we can play it, Tommy. Get over it.
yeah. As you may know, that up until recently, emulators actually introduced quite a bit of lag to the games, because it's only been the last like maybe 3 years that stuff like RetroArch has implemented like run ahead, which basically eliminates all input lag. I didn't know for half the game that there were timed hits to the music in Mother 3. And then when I finally did, it was impossible to do them because I was trying to time it up with the music, but because of the input lag, it just like didn't work. Like it was like impossible. So I pretty much played all of Mother 3 not using any of the timed hits.
Have you seen some of those videos where people will link together like fucking 24 attacks with the musical timed shit? It's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I really, really try. Like it you
Thank God for save states, because I would have never beat that game without it.
I know. That game's fucking awesome though.
Oh, it's so good. Love it. Love it.
Tommy.
What?
Tommy.
It's not my turn.
Yeah, it is. Jerry just
What?
went.
Did he?
Mother
Yeah.
3.
Oh my gosh. I thought that was Aaron that said that, because Aaron's the man, my brain.
No, Jerry, other people can like Earthbound.
I guess. I didn't think it was possible.
I love Earthbound.
No, I've just never played it. I'm sorry. I got one more. Is that okay?
That's fine. I also have one more.
Okay. Jerry?
I've saved the best for last.
Good, because I definitely didn't. I panicked and said my good ones earlier.
Oh no.
On the Nintendo DS, I played Advance Wars, which might have been my first tactical game. So I did not understand basic concepts of the tactics. Like, it showed how far your enemy could move on a turn and how far you could move on a turn. And I was like, I don't care about any of that. I'm gonna move my little guys as far as they can go. Let's push into enemy territory. And I got decimated over and over again. I'm like, this is stupid. They always get to attack before me. It's not fair. Did that so much, and I didn't understand like trying to balance your army out with different things. So I was like, I'm just gonna build the biggest tanks, which takes the longest time, And so I'm getting attacked first. They're coming before I can build any tanks. I'm like, this is the most unfair game I've ever played. Like, how does anyone? It's got such good review scores, and I don't understand any of it. It doesn't make sense. I don't think I played another tactics game like that until Fire Emblem Three Houses, where like I literally was like, I don't move into the enemy's area and they can't attack me. I'm the smartest man in the world.
Holy fucking shit, dude.
I'm so smart.
It's it's funny you say that because my last pick is Fire Emblem, and I kind of almost did the same shit too. I would be like let's just fucking go, dude.
Let's go.
Let's just move
Charge 'em.
everybody like as far as they can fucking go. And I also
Such tactic.
I didn't when I first started playing the of course the first one I played was the very first GBA Fire Emblem game that we got over here.
Yeah.
I had no idea about like I guess anything the series does. I got my first seal, got a character to like level 10 or whatever, and I was like, all right, let's fucking evolve this little shithead. And the different classes you could pick, I was like, fuck it, let's just pick the biggest, coolest looking one. Like this one sounds cool, and I would just evolve characters into like different goofy classes just cause. And also not knowing that like if you wait until they're like a little bit of a higher level, like if you wait until maybe a little bit past 10, maybe to like 15 or even 20, and then you know class change them, they'll be even more powerful.
What? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I evolved them all right away. Why would you wait?
Because
Oh, man.
they'll much better stats. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
it takes a while, but like you don't have to do that. But I also whenever I had the chance to have a character on like a Pegasus or a dragon or something like that, I was like, fuck yeah,
Never.
yeah,
No.
they can move so far and they can do.
They get shot out of the sky.
Hold on.
Okay,
I'm not
sorry.
there yet.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was like, they can move anywhere. They can go on water, on lava, on mountains. Fuck it. But yeah, like you said, they get shot the hell down by by archers because archers are like fucking everywhere. And yeah, I was really bad at Fire Emblem at first. Now I'm still like all right, but yeah.
I played that first Fire Emblem earlier this year, and
Like the GBA one?
yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good. It's
like
good.
I've tried a few other Fire Emblems, but I think that one kind of ruined me because that's like that's the kind of Fire Emblem that I want.
Yeah.
Is like just all killer, no filler. Just like I don't care about making a fucking family. Like I just I don't care about going to school. I don't want none of that. I just want a map with a little bit of dialogue, set some story stuff up, and like have some story in between, and just give me the meat.
The encounters are all so good and unique too.
Yeah.
But anyways, I got I'll never forget. I got a girl who was like a Pegasus. Like it was really weird how you recruit people. You had to talk to them with the right people.
Yeah.
And it was like her sister, and I started the battle with both of them, and she was like, "Sister, I'm so happy that we found you and we get to be together again." And I was like, "How does this Pegasus work?" And I flew it into enemy territory, and she got shot down and died right away,
Killed, dude,
dead. And she was like, "No, sister," and I'm like, "Oh man, this is drama."
Dude, it's no, this is related. Okay, Bill from Gaming and Collecting, he left a thing in the Discord about like his top 25 favorite games, and I had to pick like I was doing mine as well too, and I was trying to pick like my favorite Fire Emblem game because like I like Three Houses, but I don't know, it's tough to pick a favorite Fire Emblem game because they're all pretty fucking good in their own way. But man, I feel bad not picking Three Houses. Everybody else is like, that's the best one. That is the best one. If you pick anything else, you're a loser. That's the best one. But like, I don't know, man.
Oh.
It's okay to be wrong. It's the first one by a lot.
Of the two Fire Emblem games I'd played, I'd pick the first one.
Yeah, so good.
But the GBA ones are super good, yeah.
So my last thing is actually a 2-for-1.
Sick.
Okay.
And again, going back to my dumb, stupid idiot kid days, I did not learn from this lesson. So at one point, I went to Blockbuster and I rented a Super Nintendo game called Yoshi's Safari.
Okay.
And I got it home, and I'm like trying to play this game, and I can't even. First of all, I think my controllers are broken. So I'm like, Mom, my controllers are broken. They're not working. Again, idiot kid mistake number one. I didn't try another game. I was just like, this game doesn't, it's not working. So then I got my poor mother to go get me a new Super Nintendo controller. We ran out to I don't know, Kmart or something, like some fucking store, brought it back, hook it in. This one doesn't work either. Like, what is going on? So then I guess at some point, my mom probably said like, well, why don't we call Blockbuster and tell them like what's going on? Maybe they know. So the guy is like, okay, so you rented Yoshi Safari. Now, ma'am, does your son have a super scope? And mom was like, just kind of put the phone on her chest for a second. She's like, do you have a super scope? I'm like, I don't know what that is. And she's like, he doesn't know what that is. And the guy's like, yeah, you're gonna need a super scope. She's like, you need a super scope. I'm like, well, can we go get one? And so she says to the guy, like, okay, well, where do we get a super scope? And he was like, oh, well, it's an add-on. You have to go buy it. Like it's a whole thing. We
amazing.
Trounce back to the store. We get to the counter and she's like, yeah, he's looking for a super scope. And they're like, oh yeah, we got one right here. And it was like 120. It was like as expensive as the Super Nintendo. And mom was like, that's not happening. Like, this is, we've wasted so much time. I buy you a new control. Like, what, you idiot kid? Like, so we go back home.
Get out of my house.
And I'm like, well, I guess I just can't play this game. So we bring it back. Fast forward a little bit further. My mom used to babysit these two kids. One of them was a little older than me. He also had a Super Nintendo. And he was like, I have this bin of games that I'll leave here for the weekend. You can play a few, and then like you can tell me which ones you want to keep and borrow and play. So I'm like going through them. I'm like, oh, Mario, what is this? So I pop it in, and it's Mario Paint. Once again, I did not have the correct peripherals to play Mario Paint. He didn't have like within the bin the fucking Super Nintendo mouse. So like I'm just looking at the screen. And I'm like, controllers are dead again.
Amazing.
And then my mom's like, wait. We've already learned from this. Maybe you should ask, like, is there a specific thing? And yeah, sure enough, it was the fact that so twice almost in a row, I did not have the correct peripherals to play these games.
God damn it, Gerry.
Your poor mom.
I know. It was so dumb.
No,
like,
I bet she hated the Super Nintendo. I bet she was like, why can't you play any games for it?
Why doesn't this fucking shit work?
I had a bad track record of renting things from the Blockbuster and just being like, this is dumb. This is stupid. Like, I actually remember renting Earthbound because I walked into Blockbuster and I see this enormous case of a game and I'm like, what is that? Like, I want to rent this because it's got a big old box. Mm-hmm. It's got to be cool. And I brought it home. And I remember the exact words I uttered to my friend was, I didn't know this was one of those reading games. And I'm like, just mashing through all of the dialogue, just being like, I'm not reading. I didn't want to read. So then I brought that back. I think at some point, of all the things that I brought back, you know what the one thing I didn't bring back was? And I probably should have? Fucking Bubsy.
Oh my god.
I played and
Our
completed
Lord and Savior.
both of those Bubsy games.
Holy fuck. Sorry for that.
Yeah. That's my fault. That's on me.
Good old Bubs.
Yeah. Bubsy. That's the best way to end this episode about mistakes. Bubsy was a mistake.
Also, shout out and RIP to Richard Sword.
Oh yeah, this episode is dedicated to Richard Sword.
I want to see what he looked like, dude. Dick Sword.
Don't no.
Oh,
Please
so-
type in
no.
Richard. Please type in Richard. No.
So
Aaron.
here's the best part in the comment section for this poor man.
Wait.
We should just let him rest.
Obituary
but-
has a comment section.
yeah, and it says
That's
deepest sympathy to the
awful.
family.
Oh, shit.
I always enjoyed a visit with Richard at the elevator.
Where
The
the-
fuck does that mean?
Where the fuck are you finding this? I
Why are
googled
there
Richard
comments on
Sword.
people's obituaries? I hate that.
I googled Richard Sword, and first off, it's got like shit tons of photos of swords. And, like, the
Swords.
first thing is Richard the Lionheart.
Are you using
swords.
Bing or Google?
Google?
Google. It was the second entry for me. It was the Garyan. Maybe you don't have to. Maybe you can cut that. Cut that. It's a funeral service site, and it just says obituary for Richard Sir Dick Sword.
Sir Dick Sword.
Oh, dude, I found C. Richard Sword. Hey, Rip fuck, Rip Dick.
Oh, no.
Rip Dick.
The off-brand ripstick.
Oh man.
Oh, dude, he went to Pequot City, Pequot, like Captain Underpants. Hey, Rip Dick Sword of Pequot, I guess. Yeah.
I apologize to Dick Sword's family.
Same.
But R.I.P. dedicated to
Oh
him.
man.
Yeah, let me know how his Dick Swords are doing.
Jerry.
Yeah.
If people want to hear more of you talking for some reason, where can they find your podcast and social media and stuff?
It's Super Ghost Radio. It comes out every other Friday. It's on all your streaming platforms for podcasts. We're also on Twitter at Super Ghost Radio, Instagram at Super Ghost Radio, Twitch at Super Ghost Live, and soon to be our YouTube channel will be going live with some stuff. And hopefully in the near future, I want to get some friendos together and do some video series, maybe even some kind of like quick reviews, just kind of like looking at some games and stuff, do some quick little videos, some stuff like that.
That sounds cool,
bitches.
Jerry. That sounds
Little
cool. That sounds
bitches.
super cool.
Little bitches.
Yeah.
Where can
Where,
people?
yeah,
well-
I was gonna say, where can they find you guys? Like, I'm
Wow.
here with you guys, but like, where else can I hear your voices?
Well, I'm so glad you asked, Jerry. You can find us on the old superpodsaga.com. Previous episodes, blogs, social medias. Again, support page, because if you enjoy the show and you want to support us in some way, shape, or form, and you want access to those little bonus episodes, little bonus eppies, $4 a month is all we ask.
Can't just
Yeah.
live off of launched bread.
That's true.
I'm trying to, but it's not working.
Sometimes you don't get the whole loaf. Like, it gets stuck in pine trees, and then like sometimes sometimes bears get a hold of it. So like you've got like maybe a piece, like a crumb left.
Sometimes it hits a person. And you gotta deal with getting the bread out of the person.
Out of the person.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
But what are we talking about next week, Aaron? What's our next video game topic?
Holy fuck. I've been trying to pick one, and there's a bunch that I'm stuck between, but
Sexiest Kirby character. Sexiest Kirby.
there we go. Sexiest Kirby characters. Why don't we talk about like games that were worth the wait? Games that
Oh, look
we're
at
in-
you! You have such
Game-
good ideas.
shut up. Your ideas are good too. Stop it.
Duke Nukem Forever has to be on that.
Jerry is not going to be on the next episode. Please don't.
Wait. You could play with a dookie in that game. So, I mean, it's kind of cool. You can write on a chalkboard with a dookie in that game.
Stop. Can you really? Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, you can pick a dookie out of the toilet and then, like, throw it at a chalkboard, and then, like, it leaves little, like, turd stains on the chalkboard. And
I
on
am
the wall,
shocked and
too,
amazed how much you know about this game.
because it sucks ass.
Okay, look forward to that next week, and go check out Jerry's podcast for a bit, and check out his YouTube because he's gonna do a YouTube stuff too. And go to superpodsaga.com. Make sure you drink plenty of water. Thank your family and friends, and tell them that you love them, and do all the good stuff. Thank you for listening today, and have a great, wonderful day. Okay, bye.
Rip Dick Sword.
Bye.